Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is another episode of The Success Catalyst. My name is Nina Robert, and today I have as my guest Charlène Delaville. Charlène is a certified NLP hypnotherapist, and she helps people tap into their creativity using immersive experiences to create new connections with art. I'm so interested in learning more about what you do, Charlène. So can you tell us more about yourself? Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Nina, for having me on your podcast. I'm so thrilled to tap deeper into this conversation and exchange about creativity and experience I create. So my name is Charlène Delaville. I am French, as you may hear in my voice and my name. So I am from France. I've been living in Paris now for 18 years, and I am from Normandy. If there are people who know a little bit much more about France, it's this area up north, near Brittany. What I do is I create immersive art experiences. It's helping people creating a link between them and an artwork, between them and an artist. And in that sharing connection, they're going deeper into their creativity and will meet at one point their creativity part.
That sounds amazing. I love that. So how did you end up doing what you're doing?
So, it was it's a very good question because it's a combination about my life path. So, why I'm doing creative experiences? I'm certified in hypnotherapy and NLP, and I was all the time in my mind. I had this voice about I will not do something around therapeutical hypnosis. I was more into I will create something like a composite of my different paths. And so at one point, there is this in my mind about art coming back again and again. And because I love to go into exhibitions, I'm very obsessed about meeting new artists. And because it's part of me on my other path of interior design, I was always connected to creativity in art. So I was, okay, I want to do something around that, but what can I do? And all the time I'm going into exhibition, there is lots of people around me telling me, yeah, but sometimes I don't understand what it is, especially if you are going into the field of contemporary art. It's people will say, okay, it's mean nothing for me because they're just there in front of an artwork, for example, and they don't have information. Sometimes there is not a cartel, a small piece of description next to the artwork. So, and you can be confused. And in my mind, I was, okay, what can I do around that? And using my immersive tools. And it pops in my mind that I want to create something where I will help people immerse into an artwork and have a different experience about that. Have an experience from the inside of an artwork, using not just your vision to understand an artwork, but tap deeper into your sensories. And thanks to hypnosis, it's my realm to play and guide you into these different sensories. And what could be more creative and more epic to enter a painting from the inside using all the sensories. So at the end, I decided to create those immersive art experiences to help people go deeper into the ways they are seeing an artwork.
That's beautiful. And that's very new. This is the first time I hear that this could be a possibility. For me, for example, I don't know that much about contemporary art. So as you said, I feel overwhelmed. I feel sometimes even frustrated that I cannot understand. I know it's good, but I cannot really understand the depth of the art. So this could change the whole vision of people towards art. And I know for sure that we are usually limited to our vision. We just look at the art, but we have to use all our sensory factors. So that's absolutely beautiful. I love immersive art in general, and I love also using the mental faculties, like the imagination, for example. I think both can be a very good combination. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It's because you're using different sensories as you're usually using when you're looking at an artwork. So for sure, you need to go into your imagination. During my experiences at the beginning, people their eyes open to look at a painting, for example, and they will immerse more and more. And by just doing that at the beginning, they will see different details appearing into this artwork because they're spending much more time than they will usually spend in front of this artwork. And I will guide them into a relaxation, and they will put them in a state of activating their creativity and their imagination. So I will guide them, and more they will look at this painting, and I will say to them, okay, and now we will enter this artwork. And while we entering this artwork, maybe there will be a sound attached to this feeling, attached where you're arriving into this artwork. And maybe there's a smell. So, and you can project, if you are looking at a painting of jungle, for example, if you're stepping into a painting where there's a jungle, you will maybe hear birds. And
Yeah.
sometimes you will step into a painting and it's non-figurative, and you will arrive in somewhere completely different. So you will use your imagination to guide you into this. So it's really you activating by activating your sensories, you will activate your imagination and your creativity.
That's beautiful. And I believe in wholeness and well-being cannot be achieved until it's like a wholeness, a whole experience by combining sensory factors and imagination. I love that. I know every success story starts with a challenge. So can you tell us what was yours?
So I had two challenges and appearing at the same time, really. So why I arrived here? First challenge was 10 years ago. I I was very sick. So before getting sick, I was in a massive outbreak. Long relationship, one of my first relationship. I was young. I wasn't prepared. The first time is very damaging because it's unknown and new. And so I was in this victim mode with a very bad inner dialogue. All the time speaking bad to me. I was non-confident. I had this lack of self-love. So I, I got stuck into this victim mode about why is this happening to me. I was very angry at everybody, especially my ex-boyfriend for sure. So I was into this, and at one point I was very weak in my mind, really.
Yeah.
But this weakness appeared in my body. And because all the time when I'm going into this bad inner dialogue, there is some illness issues appearing for me because I didn't take care enough of my body. And so this illness appear. So my heart stopped at one point. I went to the hospital. They opened my body because they think it was an appendectomy. It wasn't. So my heart stopped. And so I was put into coma. While I was into coma, um, my body decided to work very, very badly. My heart decided to stop pumping. And so I had this machines in my leg to pump my blood and reoxygenate and put it back. So it was a very big tube, and so bacteria enter this tubes.
Wow.
And because I was into coma, so I couldn't speak, and I couldn't just have any discussion with everybody. So when I woke up 10 days later, I was telling with my poor voice because of the tube on my throat that I felt something in my legs and it's not good. There is something there. And days later, it appeared it was a necrosis because this bacteria attack the muscle in my legs. And the necrosis, when it's there, you need to remove the parts. Yep. So they open and remove the muscles. But when you don't have muscles anymore, it's not there. You can't use them. It will never regrow like nerves. Wow. So they open and remove it. So I needed to, after that, I needed to find a way to walk again. Mm-hmm. Like a baby, I wasn't very walking because I couldn't lift my feet. The muscles are not there anymore. So you need to find a way. So at the beginning, I was in a wheelchair, so I was stuck. But after I had some stuff helping me to go and lift me a little bit up. So and try to walk a little, but in myself, I wasn't with that voice of, you will not work anymore. So I have this inner warrior in me and I was, okay, I will walk. I don't know how, why, but I have this inner warrior telling me, you will do it, you will achieve it. And I found a new balance after that. So that's why my big first challenge would completely shift my vision of life and the vision of myself, the vision of resiliency. So now I can walk. I'm limping a little, but you will never see that because I'm great of covering this and because I don't like to be defined as a disabled person. So this is my really big chunk first challenge. And the other one is connected to it. At the same period, I was working into interior design. And there was this person, this boss telling me, you're not creative and you will not access this job because I'm not seeing you as a creative person. And I was, okay, so maybe it's the boss, so he's right. And because, it's the same time period, like a lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem and self-love. So I was, okay, maybe he's right. I am not good to be in that position. And I will never reach that creative job position I'm seeking. So I convinced myself that I wasn't creative. And I shadow myself into a more technical field of interior design. It was more easier to be in that situation. Because I wasn't creative, remember? So at one point I decided, okay, I will stop working into interior design because it was frustrated. And I decided to work into the self-development. So I registered into a self-development platform and spent time with myself. So I stopped interior design and just was fully invested into self-development at that period. And I spent 2 months, more of that, into a specific program about how you see your different categories in your life. For example, your career, your finances, your intellectual life. And how do you see yourself? Why do you want that? How you will achieve that? Mm-hmm. It was the first time for me doing that. And by doing this, I put everything on the table. And it helped me have a new vision of myself. And hypnosis appeared, helped me there. I was, okay, this is hypnosis. I really need to dig into that because it's popping up all the time now. So I went into the certification of hypnotherapy. And this helped me regarding my creativity. And this is why this is my second challenge around creativity, because thanks to hypnosis, I find a way to get back into creativity and to own it and to be proud of it. And now nobody can ever took it back from me.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, those are many, many challenges that you faced, not just two. And I love your resilience. I love your courage because it takes a lot of courage, not only to face what other people are saying and suggesting that we end up believing, but also to face our inner dialogue. That is the most dangerous because it's like somebody's in your mind, in your head, all day long, repeating over and over again that you cannot do this, you're not worthy, you're not enough, that your goals are too big, or any other really stupid messages that sometimes you are sending to ourselves without even noticing. So, do you think our environment affects our self-image, or can we actually be empowered enough to say no and to reject whatever idea that our environment is suggesting?
Yeah, it's like I was saying this a little before. It's the environment could really bother you or help you, really.
Mhm. Yeah.
In my situation, my environment, the words saying in this environment, I will not say the environment, it's the words in those environments who are you are doing something on you, for you, or into you. And what I will say is, depending on the moment in your life and the people who are saying words, sometimes it will damage you and sometimes it will not. And it's part of who you are at that moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could dissociate from this, and
Mhm.
the words will not affect you because you hold your state, you're in this posture of confidence and self-esteem and other self-love and everything. So you will hold your state and you will not be shaken by those words. But sometimes you're in a position that you are maybe you could be in a depression, or you're sad about something, or just something hit you in this particular day,
Mhm.
and you are in a better position than before, and you can be damaged by those words. So for sure, it could uplift you, and it could put you in a
Yeah.
lower state, definitely.
I always say that environment shapes a lot of who we are, but we tend to forget that we actually can choose whatever to believe. We can choose to accept or reject any idea or any opinion because we do have this power, but some people tend to forget that or are not even aware of it. And since you're working with clients through this immersive art experience and hypnotherapy, what would you say is the main challenges that your clients are facing?
So the main challenges are, I was saying this before, sometimes art can be very overwhelming to this field to enter, to discover, to be accessible. So the main challenge is, one of the main challenge could be like, okay, you don't know how to approach this field. It's could a little bit frightening you, like, okay, it's not for me. So for people who are saying, okay, I'm a little interested, but I don't know how to access this. And maybe it will not be in an unusual way of going and seeing an exhibition.
Mhm.
And sometime when you're just walking in front of a gallery and there is nobody in there, okay, this is not my world. I don't want to enter that place. It's creepy. There is just one person behind a desk. How can I get there? It's a different world, isn't it, for me? So I really help people approach this. And another main challenge could be around creativity, because I went there.
Mhm.
Um, when you are telling yourself, okay, I'm not a creative person, because you're seeing art as it's connected to artists. And so for you, creativity is connected with being an artist. And so it could be a different way to approach it, because you will use your imagination, you will use your creativity thanks to the guided visualization and the experiences. It will help you to open this imagination side of you and meet your creative part. And this is really, really helpful for people who will say to themselves, I'm not creative because I am not playing music, or I am not a painter, for example.
That's right, because most people think that only artists are creative, but we are all creative beings. We just lack the awareness of what is inside us that we can create. So, would you say part of your job is actually to get that creativity out? And how would you do that? How would your client benefit from an immersive experience to get their creativity out? What's happening?
The magic. Yeah, you're saying it's very a posture. So since the first second of the beginning of this experience, you will already feel like it's something different is happening there. So you will maybe be in a workshop of an artist, and you will spend time with an artist for a moment at the beginning of this experience. So you're already kind of a different conversation than usually. And by sitting in front of this artwork, just looking into it for a few seconds, you will activate your imagination already, because you will see details you wouldn't see before, and sometimes images will appear into this artwork. I have someone last time seeing birds. So you will already, your imagination will project into this painting, because I will just guide you to look at all the details. So you will put your eyes in different places of this artwork, and you will use your imagination, because you will project what you can see, what your imagination can see into this artwork. And by guiding you into the field of relaxation, you will tap into your creativity part all the time, because I will activate your smell, for example, and you will use your imagination to get there, and your touch, your feelings. And at one point, you will enter the creativity room. And this is the most magic moment for me all the time, because I'm looking the face of people while they're going into this guided visualization. And sometimes they're just amazed, curious, and sometimes there is release of tears, because it's so beautiful. And so you will meet your creativity part. What is that? Is you will see a personification of your creativity side. And so you will have time to meet this person or this thing, because sometimes it's not a person, it's more a thing, or it could be an animal. I don't know. It's your creativity part, and it's your view there, and you will meet this creativity, and you will have a communication, and creativity will speak to you, and because you are in that state of mind, in this imagination realm where everything is possible, creativity could speak to you. And I had moments when people were saying, okay, creativity put his hand on my shoulder and told me so much love of words of compassion. And I was, wow, this person almost I was a little crying when the person was saying that. And so, yeah, this is where the moment, it is a climax for me, when you meet your creativity. And at the end, you will speak together in a circle, and people could speak about what happened in their creativity room or during their discovery of the painting. And before you were in this individual experience, you will be in this collective experience. And so you will share your creativity. So you will hear everybody's stories. And this will help you go even deeper into, oh, wow, you saw that, where you saw that, and how was your creativity, what creativity told you. So, and everybody is in this thrill of sharing about creativity, and you can see like they're in this state of imagination. It's so amazing.
Wow, that's like combining multiple minds at the same time, multiple imaginations, and bringing different perspectives through the same creative experience that each one of us has experienced differently. I think the funny thing about imagination is that we used to be very imaginative as kids, but growing up, we were told to stay focused, to listen to what other people are saying, and to not wander around in your mind a lot. So eventually we tend to forget how imagination works, and we're not even daring stepping into this marvelous mental faculty that is imagination. And I think this is where you step up, and this is where you help people let go and take the lid out of their marvelous minds and dream and imagine. And then you bring them into this community of other people tapping also into their creative mind and exchanging different points of view. I absolutely love that, Charlène.
Thank you.
Okay, so how can your future clients find you? Your social media, your website? Tell us more.
Yeah, so you can find me on my website is delavillehypnose.com, and I'm sure maybe Nina will write it somewhere, so it will be
Absolutely.
easy to find it.
Yes.
And on Instagram, you can find me at charlène.delaville, where I am sharing my next experiences. So if you want to find me in my next experiences and want to be a part of it, I will be very happy to have you there and guide you in this. It will be at the end of May, the 25th, with a lovely artist who is painting more towards the feminine body. It's very poetic word.
Beautiful. I would love to be a part of this for sure. So, are you working usually on like online or in person or both? What's your preferred method?
Regarding therapies, I am working online. So you can go on my website and book a session with me. There is a 30-minute discovery call, so you will exchange on who you are, why I am a good fit for you, and I'm sure you will be in the good hands to go there. And after, regarding my experiences, it's in-person experiences, because you know that there is a circle now, and I'd like to have people together in front of a painting. And when you were saying before, it's an environment there, and the environment for me, like be in a workshop or be in a gallery, it's already something happening there. So it's more in person, and it's for few people, it's like 8 person maximum. So it's very private session with the artist and others, so you will be fully comfortable to express yourself.
That's beautiful. Amazing. It was really a great pleasure having you, Charlène, on my podcast. And I look forward to being maybe a part of one of these amazing workshops. It sounds really, really amazing. And I would love to tap into my imagination more. And I'm sure our listeners are intrigued. So there you have it, everyone. Charlène Delaville. I'll put all your details and where to find you in the description. And I look forward to meeting you again. This was The Success Catalyst and another episode with Charlène Delaville. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you, everyone.